Illustrators! Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about labeling our own name in our writing, okay? So I was looking back on two of my writing pieces that I've done in the past, and guess what I didn't do? I didn't add any labels to my stories. So now I don't know which story is about the time I went to the beach and which story is about the time I went to the pool. So here is one of my pieces. Maybe you can figure it out. And then here's the other piece that I did. See how they're similar? I don't know which one is which because I didn't add labels. So that's why adding labels to our writing pieces is super important. So we are able to help us figure out which story is which, okay? So today we're gonna add some labels and I'm gonna need your help adding those labels. I also am gonna work on being able to label my name in my story if I am a character in my story, okay? Most of us know how to write our names. If we don't, we're working really hard on learning that. So in this story, this is me here. So above myself, I'm going to write my name. And after our video, you can look through your writing, and I bet that's a super easy label that you can add to your writing pieces if you put yourself in the story. Okay, so I put my name, Mrs. Wallace. Then we'll turn the page. Okay. And in this story, it looks like I ran out of time. I didn't give my people clothes or hair. So later I might want to go back and add some more details. But this is me here. So I'm going to write my name above. So now I know that that is me. And that helps me understand who was in my story. Okay? Now we're going to add some simple labels to our story. Anyone guess what these are? They are clouds. They're up in the sky, okay? So we're going to label it clouds. Now, we talked about how we can just start with labeling by putting the first sound we hear in the word clouds. K, k, k. Does anyone know what makes the k sound? Very good. C, cat, k. So we're just going to put a C by clouds. Then what do we have here? Very good. A sun. S, snake, S. So we're going to write an S. Now, we have some friends, we haven't learned very many letters yet in kindergarten. So you might need some help with writing these letters that we haven't learned yet. So at home, you should have a name tag, and on top of the name tag, it should have ABCs at the top. So when you are practicing labeling, you can say, okay, I need an S, and then you could go through your alphabet, A, B, C, D, all the way until you find S. And then you can look at the S, and then you can copy it, okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect. There might be some things that you are unable to label because you don't know what letter it needs, and that's perfectly okay, all right? Now, this here is a boat. Ooh, we learned that letter, boat. What's the beginning sound in boat? B, b. B, bat, b. So we're gonna put a B for boat, okay? This is actually the ocean, ocean. So we're gonna write an O, octopus. And this is actually our long O sound for ocean, okay? So that's what I'm gonna label on that picture today. Then we're gonna look at this picture. Now, I labeled my name already, and I have two people also in my story. So you as an illustrator, if you know how to write their names, you can also write their names above. So this is my daughter, Nyla, so I know how to write her name. You might know how to write your brothers and sisters' names, or you might know how to write mom or dad, so you can write their names above. And if you don't, you can ask them what the first letter of their name is, and then you could practice writing just their first letter. This is my daughter, Indy. She starts with the letter I, so I would just write an I for Indy, okay? So we have some other things to label. This down here is actually a pool. See how I got confused at which one was at the beach and which one was at the pool? This one was our ocean, so we know that is at a beach. And this here is a pool. P, pan, so I'm going to label P for pool, okay? These are actually chairs at the pool for people to sit at, so we're going to label chairs. Ch, ch. Ooh, that's tricky. We're going to learn that later in the year. Ch, ch. It's actually 2 letters put together that makes that special sound. It's C-H. Okay? This here is the place where we go to change our clothes. Some might call it a bathhouse. Okay? So, or a locker room. So we can label it locker room. Oh, L lamp O. So now, by adding some simple labels, I'm able to tell which story is about the beach, because I have an ocean labeled. We could also label down here, the brown part, that could be sand, okay? So we could label an S for sand. And now I know that this picture here is about the pool, because I labeled my locker room, I labeled myself and my kids, and chairs, and a pool. So what we want you to do today in your writing is we want you to go back through your writing pieces and see if you can tell where your writing piece is taking place. And you need to go back and add some labels to it, and also see if you can label yourself in your story. Now, if you didn't put yourself in your story, that's fine. But if you did, make sure you write your name up so we know which one you are in the story. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, boys and girls. Bye.